Hello, everybody. Hassan here, engineer, MBA, and investor. And in today's video, I want to talk about tracking funds, hedge funds, these big institutions, how they're reacting to CRISPR companies as we speak. I want to talk about all of this in this video. Now, before we do that, before we jump into today's video, you guys know what I will ask you. Destroy that like button, subscribe if you haven't. Really does help the channel. That's all I ask from you guys. We don't have any merch, no courses, nothing to sell. All we ask you guys is your attention, your subscription, your likes, and if you want to get a step further, you can always join the channel. Just below this video, you'll see the join button. But anyways, going in today's video, I was thinking about making this video a few weeks ago, actually, maybe 2, 3 weeks ago, but got delayed. Other videos came about, other ideas. But I think this is the perfect time here to talk about it. So what this is a website, track-funds.com. And I found this website actually just recently. It's not that long ago. And what this website does is that it allows you to search for specific companies and filter them and then find out which funds are buying them and give you statistics towards that, right? So for example, if you pull up a company, right? For example, CRISPR Therapeutics, you can see that over the last quarter, over the last year, how many funds have added the company to their portfolios, or vice versa, right? How many funds have sold the company from their portfolio, right? And the reason why this is important, right? The reason why this is important is because me, you, and most people watching this channel, I would assume everybody watching this channel are basically retail investors, right? We don't represent numbers of people under us, right? We are not funds, we are retail investors. That means we are individual investors, whether you're from Canada, US, England, Australia, all sorts of countries that watch our channel audience. All of us are retail investors, right? And what that means is that we are investing in companies in our own portfolio, and basically we're playing with our hard earned money. Now, these funds, although they're all legal, although they're all tracked through public markets, they all regulated and so on, they're playing with huge money. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys, if you think your, for example, $1,000 buy price of CRISPR Therapeutics will move the market, you should ask that question again. Okay, because there are institutions out there that are billing buying millions and millions of dollars every single day, in fact, every single hour, right? Especially some of these billion dollars market caps companies, you have these huge price actions, right? You have these millions of dollars, and it's never going to compete. You're never going to be able to compete with them, right? Because again, these are institutions that are representing many clients. We're looking at like employers, and we're looking at retirement funds, we're looking at governmentals, um, communities, pension funds. There's huge funds, okay? This is millions and millions of dollars. And the reason why this is important for you is because you, as a retail investor, you want to see how these funds are reacting to the companies you invest in, right? And again, you shouldn't make too much out of it. It's not like just because this is happening, this will happen in the future. I think there are other factors involved. Obviously, we haven't even talked about the market price action just in general, the macros, right? What's going on, especially right now in the public markets, everything is on sale. But going here, looking at here, what I did here for you guys is I filtered four companies, right? Four CRISPR companies: CRISPR Therapeutics, NTLA, Caribou Biosciences, Beam Therapeutics, right? And again, you can filter many other companies, and then you can go even further here and even further filter out. But I'm not gonna do that because the reason why I want to show you guys, the reason what I want to show you guys here is specifically here, as you can see here, the CRISPR companies here and by row, and then you have a bunch of columns. The most important columns I want to show you guys is the percentage net increase, right? What is the percentage net increase? That is basically the number of funds increasing their position minus the number of funds decreasing the position in their most quarterly 13F filing. So again, these funds, they have to file all their sales on a timely basis, right? This is not stuff that's done under the table. Everything is public. But again, having access to that information as a retail investor is very hard. And then you have these websites that have these uh, macros that have these programming code. In this case, this is done through Microsoft Power BI, I believe. And it is going to fetch this data from all these funds and showing it, outputting it to you. Now, let me just zoom in here and show you guys a little bit more. CRISPR Therapeutics, right? 15% increased, right? From the last quarterly 13F finding. NTLA, 10%. Beam Therapeutics, 31%. Caribou Biosciences, 0, right? So that's an interesting percentage here. So what do we make out of this, right? What do we make out of this? What does this mean? Well, a couple of things, right? Clearly, you can see that all these companies that I just listed here have been increasing, right, from their funds, respective funds increasing in their portfolios, right? So that means a lot more funds are being interested in these companies, especially right now with the price action right now. Clearly, you can see the drop has been significant. CRISPR Therapeutics down over 60%, NTLA down over 40%, Beam Therapeutics down over, I think at this point, 40% as well. Caribou Biosciences well over 40, 50%. All these companies are on sale. And in fact, a lot of people are looking at this space. And a recent poll indicated that CRISPR Therapeutics and Beam Therapeutics are basically the most interested company right now. And then I'll pull up another picture here. This is from our infamous user biotech 2K1. He or she stated, gonna spend the weekend driving home. The value of this biotech market with amazing company down 50 to 70% from their all-time high. There is no better time to buy. Yes, we could go lower, but buying into this panic will be a great long-term move. XBI ARKG. So ARKG we've covered. XBI tracks all the biotech companies as a fund. So what are we looking at here? What are we thinking here? And this is what I wanted to end this video with is you as an investor, you got to make sure that you understand what is going on in the landscape, right? You understand what the macros are. You understand we are in a bear market right now in biotech. We've been in a bear market for since the early of this year, right? Since everything peaked earlier this year, including companies in biotech like NVT, even DNA that went public recently a few months ago, and they've been down as well. All these companies, right? They've been so that Moderna got hit so hard as well, but obviously they picked up recently through their recent deal, especially with what's going on right now in the markets. But the idea that I wanted to bring to you guys right now is there are opportunities here. Last week I mentioned that as well over the weekend. There are opportunities I'm looking at. I'm still looking into space. I will disclose the next company that I add in my fund. It most likely will be one of these CRISPR companies we're looking at this list here because I'm just fascinated by the CRISPR space, right? And my conviction has grown ever much, right? Even earlier this year when I started looking much more deeply into these companies, my convictions has grown, right? The data has shown it. Popularity of this space is just growing. So to me, everything is trending upwards. The only thing that is trending downwards right now is the stock price. And again, that's just unfortunate because everything else is trending upwards. Popularity, data, companies, leadership, headcount, uh, funds investing in them, research lab, more academic papers, right? Base editing being adopted with companies like CRISPR Therapeutics or NTLA. And then you have all these new companies coming on the public markets like Caribou Biosciences a few months ago. So things are trending upwards. Let's see what happens, especially this upcoming weeks as we end this year, as people, slow down their tax losses and so on. I think 2022 will be big. I want to show you guys here really what I found here is the funds increasing their uh, position with some of these companies. Go ahead and try out some of your other companies in biotech. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys find. Again, I wanted to make this quick video to talk about this website, but also talk about my conviction has been growing ever since. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like always, like this video, smash that like button. Hopefully you guys have a beautiful weekend. Keep researching, keep studying, and keep sharing. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see each other in the next video. Thank you.